Good evening. We are here at the 2022 Boxing Hall of Fame in Atlantic City. This year we have an astounding lineup of boxers. My name is Jose Estovel, and I'm here to interview some of these great athletes, Hall of Famers, legends. Okay. Today, we're here with Tracy Patterson, two-time featherweight champion of the world. Tracy,
Patterson, how you doing?
and you had your astounding career. What are you doing in retirement now?
Well, enjoying my family. You know, I got 3 grandchildren now that I, hang out with. And help my kids out with them. Also I work at a gym out of Highland, New York, Floyd Patterson Boxing Club.
Right.
Good friend of mine honored my dad by naming the gym after him.
And you mentioned your father, who was also an outstanding champion, 2 times heavyweight champion of the world, Floyd Patterson.
Yes.
It must be something wonderful that you were able to follow your father's footsteps and be as successful as him also. He was a 2-time champion, you were a 2-time champion?
Well, my dad never wanted me to follow in his footsteps, create my own, and work things that way, and my hat's off to, all that he's done for me, as I've grown up as a kid. He never wanted me to be like him. He wanted me to be better than him, So that's how we looked at things, and that's how I grew up.
This Hall of Fame, a few years ago, you fought another inductee, Arturo Gatti.
Yeah.
And he also was here and was able to enjoy his family, the partakes of the procedures here. How are you enjoying yourself also?
Well, you come down here, you get to see a lot of great champions, a lot of people you see on your way up, climbing through the professional ranks.
Right.
Tim Witherspoon,
right.
Ray Mercer, Shannon Briggs. We all used to hang out back at Mark Roberts' place in the gym. So it's good to get together with these guys and just relax and have a good time rather than ducking punches.
Right. And also, can you imagine? At one time, you were the absolute best in the entire world. I mean, at your craft, there was no one better to you than you were.
Well, that's what you strive for. That's why we go in the gym, and work hard and dedicate ourselves to propel into that. And when I started boxing at the age of 11, of course, you never dream of accomplishing the things that you do till you grow. You grow as an individual, you grow as a young man, and then as you see, you're winning fights and you're doing things the way it's supposed to be done in the ring and following, all of my father's instructions. And then the sky's the limit, and putting God right there with you, putting God there first.
Champ, I'm going to tell you a question. Give me a word of wisdom for today.
A wisdom for today is to be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Be yourself, because there's a lot of good things within a person. They just got to dig down and find them.
Champ, thank you so much for it. Okay. All right. We have 2-time boxing champion, Poison Junior Jones. We're going to interview him now. Hey, excuse me. Junior, how are you enjoying this event we're having? This is the 2022 Boxing Hall of Fame. How are you enjoying yourself?
I'm enjoying myself greatly. This is a great time. Everybody just enjoying themselves, smiling. And you ain't got to know spot, you're ready to have a conversation.
Right.
I think it's great. It's a great event.
Now, a lot of us remember he has 2 wins over Marco Antonio Barrera, a future Hall of Famer.
No, he got inducted already. Bro was inducted in Hall of Fame, man.
Well, not the Atlantic City one, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I know he's
that's true. Yeah, that's true, too. Yeah, but my thing is just next time I'm having fun being here. I'm really enjoying myself, man. God willing, I'll be here again next year. Hope I get inducted next year.
You will, champ. Believe me. With your credentials, you will.
Yeah, because I fought in Atlantic City 18 times. Right. I only lost once.
Right.
So hopefully that puts me able to.
Well, early in your career, everybody compared you to a young Tommy Hearns.
Yeah.
That stiff jab and that overhand right. I mean, that's some kind of compliment.
He'll definitely be considered hers. I mean, I wouldn't pass that up for nothing. My thing is, hers is one of the best ever that was out there. So, give me that much credit early in my career, I'll take it.
Right. You fought everybody in your weight class. McKinney, you fought Morales, you fought Barrera. What are you going to do for the future now? Are you training fighters or are you...
Well, right now I'm doing training fighters at the gym. No pros yet.
Right.
Still, hopefully, make a pro or get a pro. So, yes, I am.
That's great, champ. You're staying close to your craft and stay something that's close to your heart. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you.
All right.
The last question. Don't forget to give me a word of wisdom for today.
A word of wisdom for today.
Whatever, put God first in your life, everything else will follow.
Thank you, champ. Today we have two outstanding champions, the two-time cruiserweight champion of the world, Cunningham, and Michael second to none. Yes, sir. So, champ, when you were fighting, you were able to drop the current heavyweight champion of the world. Does that get your juices flowing, like to go up there and step up with the big boys again?
I mean, we got something coming, but yeah, I mean, yes and no, because solely, you know, all props go to brother Nazim. You know, he told me from the first day in training camp, you're gonna knock Fury down with this punch. So with that type of knowledge, with that type of with his background, with his sons, making his son an Olympian, his nephew a world champion, all that stuff, I believed in him, and we did it. You know, so but with what you said, I mean, I'm still in great shape. We got some stuff lined up, possibly early December. Keep it going. I got a few more.
Yes, a lot of the older fighters are coming back doing exhibitions, but you're still active.
I mean,
and you're fighting at a very high caliber.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to make them look like exhibitions, too. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Period.
And also a two-time champion of the world. Can you give us a word of wisdom for the young ones out there?
Work like your opponent is doing more than you. You don't know what he's doing, so you gotta work like you know he's doing more, and that'll push you.
Champ, thank you very much, and I hope you're enjoying this event. This is a fantastic lineup. Over here we have, excuse me. Over here we have three-time champion of the world, Michael Nunn.
What's going on, my man? How you doing, man? It's a great honor being here at the Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame and seeing all the fans and all the boxers and all the people.
Michael Nunn, we saw you recently in the exhibition and you look fantastic after a long layoff. I mean, have you thought about coming back?
Well, if I come back, it'll be to just do an exhibition. It's no more than like 4 or 6 rounds of boxing. I try to keep myself in good enough condition to be able to do that, but you know, I had a long, illustrious fight career, so as far as trying to win championship, those days is over, but if anybody want to catch an exhibition, I'm more than happy to, you know.
Michael, years ago, the three legends were out there calling your name, but none of them stepped up to the plate. Do you ever feel like you felt a little bit cheated?
I'm always gonna feel like that due to the fact that I never got the opportunity to fight none of those guys. But yeah, I feel just a little cheated. But you know, I'm thankful to be able to do the things that I've done.
But you, like you said, you had a very good title run, and at one time you were the #1 boxer in boxing.
Oh yes, I was. You know, I had a great run. I got nothing to complain about. I'm just thankful for the golden opportunity that I got, and thankful for the things I was able to do. And
well, we'd like to thank you for coming to this event. Like I said, it's a fantastic lineup. And would you have any words for the young ones out there for encouragement?
Train hard, stay dedicated, and do the things you're supposed to do, and be the best you can be. And believe in yourself and work hard.
Michael, thank you so much for this interview, and I'm very shocked that you're here. I mean, you're a huge idol of mine, and I'm glad you're well and doing great. Oh, let's see if we can get James Toney. Oh, yeah. Tony, can we have a few words with you? No, we interview. There's only 3 more people. Here, Jane.
Hey, boss.
Oh. Okay. I'll let you keep that pen, all right? We have 5 times champion of the world and heavyweight champion at one time, James Toney. James, how are you enjoying this event today?
Matter of fact, I'm having a great time here. I've been here for 2 days. The people are great, and hey, I've been enjoying myself.
I see you bought some of your products, and we're very surprised that you have your name on so many things. How does it feel to be an entrepreneur?
I feel great. You know, it's one of my goals I wanted to achieve before I leave this earth in about 150 years. But you know, I've been blessed with some people like Jeff and his whole crew, helping put together a great cigar product to get out to the public, so I can be the #1 guy that I am.
You're doing great with your new products and your new enterprises, but we sure do miss you in the ring. You were very exciting and a delight to be watching. Your talents were outstanding, second to nobody. And how are you enjoying retirement now?
How you doing, man? I'm enjoying retirement, but not like I should, because I still miss the game. I can't lie about that. I see these fighters today trying to fight, calling everybody out, but not doing nothing. That pisses me off. I mean, they're hurting the sport.
Right.
And they're allowing for the MMA to get in front of us now. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
We've always been fighting we have out there, but they're not happening.
Right.
Because somebody's Instagram number and they give it whatever. But we need to get these fights together and come back on top.
Right.
I think if these guys, if they put the Eagles aside, let's go.
Well, James, it's a delight to have you here. I know you're enjoying the event. Do you have any words out there to say to the young people out there?
I love all you young people out there. Hey, everybody out there who's young, who has a goal. If you dream it, you can achieve it. Trust me. Just believe it. Get out there and do your thing. Do not let nobody stop you from achieving your goals. Anything can happen. Real talk.
James, thank you very much, and I'm glad you're enjoying yourself at the event.
Thank you.
My agent.
Mike, you mind me to interview you?
Oh, sure. Thank
Okay.
you. Let's get it. Sorry.
Okay. We have former middleweight contender Michael Olajide. Michael, how have you been, and how was your career in the modeling and in the film industry doing?
The fight career was amazing. It was beautiful. Now I guess I've moved on to fully into my second stage, and it's in choreography and working with a lot of celebrities, getting them in shape. Recently done a program with Chris Hemsworth, and I've been blessed. The girl who played Tina Turner on Broadway, it's just been incredible. Every time we turn around, it's been Adrienne Warren. Working with, they're throwing out Muhammad Ali. He's going to be on Broadway really soon. I've been blessed, really fortunate.
Michael, you have Hollywood looks. How did a guy with this good looks and your charismaticness get into boxing? And was a very good boxer there, too.
Thank you so much. I think just basically my nature is not that of a fighter, but I didn't have a lot of options in life. So I was really dedicated, and I just really, one thing I made sure I never got tired. And if you can do that, you'll win, a greater amount of your fights. Because once you get to those later rounds, it gets tough. And the guys who quit.
Now, Michael, I see you at a lot of events, and you're always the snazziest dresser
Thank you.
wherever see you at. Are you? These are your own lines? You design yourself?
Oh, this old thing? Oh, man. No,
It's off the rack, okay?
Yeah, it's off the rack, yeah. So I see things, I like them, I buy them, and they tend to be a little bit more on the, little bit more than moderate side. Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Thank you. I'm really into color, and I like the whole Technicolor thing of it. And
Well, it looks like you're taking really good care of yourself. It looks like you can go in there and fight at super middleweight right now.
Thank you. I've been working a lot. The nature of my business allows me to I have to be very physical all the time. So that's really kept me in shape. But the most amazing thing about it, because in boxing you take so much abuse of the mind, the brain, it's kept me very sharp. Like it's kept me sharper than I would have been if I had just retired and done nothing. So it's really important to always continue to test your body as a retired fighter. You always got to stay in shape, keep the blood circulating, keep the synapses firing, and it could be retirement could be so much easier.
We remember your fight with Tommy Hearns and how you held your own against Tommy Hearns, all-time legend.
Yeah, Tommy's one of the greatest.
Wow, it was one of the few fights on Showtime where.
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing remarkable about Tommy Hearns, I say to everybody, you really can't understand the speed and power of him until you're in the ring with him. I mean, there's one time he threw a right hand in the 9th round. I just saw it coming back. I didn't even see it going. I see it coming out. I saw it going back, and I'm sinking down, and I'm going down slow like this, and I see him coming back in to hit me again like he did with Cuevas. And I was telling myself in my mind, it's crazy how it works in slow motion. I was like, go down quicker, and I couldn't go down quick enough. I got out the way, and then we got up and we fought a little bit, but it was a good time.
Well, hopefully a lot of your fans that were boxing fans will see you in your second life.
Thank you.
And will
great.
follow you and pick up your career and come see some of your shows and
Thank you.
copy some of your style.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you very much.
Do you have any words to say to the young ones out there who might want to start fighting or be an entrepreneur like yourself?
If you really want to start fighting, I guess the best thing you can do really is, as somebody very new to the game and you're going into it, you want to make sure, one, you're always in shape. Two, you want to make sure you have somebody that really cares about you in your corner. It's very important. But not only do they have to care about you, they have to be knowledgeable. And so make sure your conditioning is number one, and two, always be learning something. And and you can look at the greats, like borrow things off James Toney, borrow things off Muhammad Ali, borrow things off Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. Just borrow the skills. Look at all the skills. Roberto Duran, all those guys. Look at their skills and make them your own. When you get into the ring, you'll just use them naturally, and it'll make such a difference. You know what I mean? Even if your coach doesn't do it for you, it's up to you to get in front of that TV, do your homework, look at the greats, and copy what they got. You'll be all right.
Here, young ones, it's not a crime to copy from the legends.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. I know that Muhammad Ali made up so much of what I did in the ring. I couldn't get away with the shuffle and all the rest of that stuff they did, which sort of fighting with your hands down. You're fighting middleweights that are just as fast as anything. But they really helped me in terms of learn how to roll with the punch and learn how to get away from body shots or dropping. Even when while Ali was fighting George Foreman and he was rope-a-doping him, what Ali did, he would drop his ribs into his hips, so he was able to take that body shot. And that's so priceless. Just that, I learned to drop in, so when guys went to my body, you're hitting muscle, you're not hitting the vital organs.
Michael, it was a pleasure, and I hope you're having a great time at this event.
The
lineup is fantastic.
Yeah.
A lot of legends here.
Every year it gets better.
Congratulations on
so
being
much.
inducted.
I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
All right. This is Joe Estovel, and I'm interviewing.
I want to know if you're Joe Frazier. Are you Joe Frazier?
No, I'm Joe Estovel, but you sound familiar.
Well, you know what? Joe Frazier come out of smoking, but I won't be joking. I'll be picking and a poking. One of a Frazier smoking. This may shock and amaze you, but I'm here to retire Joe Frazier, and I'm getting ready to fight ugly, clumsy, flat-footed Tyson Fury. He's too ugly to be the champion. Champ should be pretty like me. I'm going to come out sticking. I'm going to come out dancing.
And if he even dreams he whooped me, he better wake up and apologize, and he will take a terrible scientific beating before I knocked him out. I'm a scientific boxer. You don't mess with scientific. Joe, I like your show, and I like your style, but the peso cheap won't be back for a while.
Muhammad.
All right.
Thank you, champ.
Go, keep going.
You got it? This is Joe Estovel, and we're interviewing some of the participants who are coming to this 2022 Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame. This is your first time, I heard.
First time. I'm enjoying every bit of it. It's been beautiful. It's been a very good event.
What is your name?
I'm Piera.
Pierre, and are you a big boxing fan, or you?
Pink's my dad, so that's why I'm here. I am a
Pinklon Thomas is your father?
Yeah.
Your father is the heavyweight champion of the world?
That's my dad. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
Wow. That is amazing. I'm scared to answer. Her father is the heavyweight champion of the world. But you are lovely. You should go into modeling.
I used to.
There you go. See? The greatest boxer in the world and a beautiful model.
Nurse. I'm a nurse.
Oh, nurse. Well, thank. Oh, and how do you feel about this event and all that's going on?
It's very well put together. It's very, it's classy. It's just been a smooth ride all the way along. Excuse me. It's been really nice. So far, so good. I don't expect anything different than immaculate.
I talked to your father earlier, and he's from Miami.
No, my dad's from Pontiac, Michigan.
Pontiac, Michigan. All right, but he's in Florida now, right?
Oh, yeah. We're in Orlando.
So you came a pretty far distance.
Yes, we did. It's been a good travel. We've come from all the way over there just to be here. So we're happy that Raisin extended the invite, my mom and I.
Well, I am very shocked of the lineup that come, and to see your father again, because I haven't seen your father since he was fighting days.
Really?
In Atlantic City.
Yeah, he's excited. He's so excited to be here. He wants to be inducted as well, so it's a blessing. We appreciate this.
Well, we're going to interview your father in a couple of seconds, but I'm really glad we got a chance to interview you.
Absolutely.
One of his siblings.
Nice. Well, daughter.
Daughter, yeah, well.
All right. Well.
This is Joe Estovel again, and we have the privilege of interviewing the former heavyweight champion of the world, Pinklon Thomas. Pinklon, how have you been, and what have you been doing with yourself in your afterlife after boxing?
Hey Joe, how you doing, man? I've been doing fine. I'm retired, enjoying life, man. Giving back, working with kids, teaching them technique, keeping them from being bullied. I work with corporate people. I take weight off of them, give them direction, diet recommendations, what have you. I just try to do the right thing. You give, you receive without expectation.
Pinklon, when you were fighting, you fought everybody. You fought other heavyweight champions, and a lot of them. What do you feel about this event today and all the legends that are here today?
Oh man, this is something that I've been looking forward to. You know, I was out in California in April. I was inducted with a few of them, you know, in the National Boxing Hall of Fame. Ray McCline, he does a great job. I've heard that he put it together well. And of course, Philadelphia, I stayed there for 6 years, and I worked my way from 1981 to 85 to win the heavyweight championship here from Philadelphia. And of course, my fights that I worked for to get and put myself in that position was promoted here in Atlantic City.
Everybody knows in the 70s and the 80s, Philadelphia was the lion den. If you could make it there, you made it anywhere. Pinklon Thomas fought there 6 years, became the heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, that was the line, man. You know that I was told that if you can make it in Philly, you can make it anywhere. And when I found out, I was in Washington State, and it got real slow out there, and I couldn't get the right sparring, the right fights. And I had been there a couple of times from Detroit. I had some people took me from Detroit, took me to New York, took me to Philadelphia. I went to Joe Frazier's gym. And of course, over a period of time, I had to figure out where I wanted to go. And I said, well, Philadelphia I'm on my way.
Now, Michigan is known for another heavyweight champion, Joe Louis. We have a second heavyweight champion from Michigan also, Pinklon Thomas. The comparison is overwhelming. A heavyweight champion, the best at his craft, the best in the world. And there were two from Michigan.
Well, thank you, man. That was a great highlight. Of course, he held that championship longer than any heavyweight champion in the world, over 11 years. And he was one who you can't take, nothing can be denied. He was the best there was. And my father used to tell me Joe Louis stories. And, I remember my father told me a story about he lost his first paycheck to Joe Louis fight when Joe Louis fought Max Schmeling. And I heard him, he was telling his buddies they was drinking and they was drunk. They was arguing over the Bible at the same time. And I was a little jit. I was 5, 6 years old. And I said, Daddy, how much money you lose? He said, I lost $14, boy. That was a week's pay. And I said, whoa, But that was funny, man, and yeah, but I learned, he told me some Joe Louis stories, man, and they stuck to me. I heard Joe Louis stories before I heard anything about, Muhammad Ali.
Pinklon, for the young ones out there who are trying to move up and try a career in boxing, do you have any words of wisdom for them?
Just get with somebody who got your best interests at heart, and before you, even if you don't, if you want to box, the first thing you got to do is run. You got to build your gas tank up, build your legs up, and then you got to find somebody who's going to have your best interest at heart and going to teach you how to get you a good teacher, a good trainer, someone who's going to have your best interest at heart, learn the skill, and condition your body, and the rest will be history for you.
Words of wisdom from the former heavyweight champion of the world, Pinklon Thomas. Pinklon, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
We're in the same graduating class. We went to high school together. He was the biggest thing to come out of our school.
Wait a minute.
Two-time heavyweight champ.
How can you tell me that before?
I did tell you that before. I tell you every time I see you. But I'm a little guy on the totem pole. You're the big dog.
What's your name?
Joe Estovel from South Philly High School.
I can't believe this. He didn't tell me that before.
I always tell him.
Introduce the champ right now.
He didn't tell me that.
I come to the 2022 Atlantic City Boxing Hall of Fame, and it's kind of personal with me today because I'm interviewing an old classmate of mine from 1976 graduating class of Southern High School.
South Philly High.
Right. And the funny thing about it is, when I knew Timmy in school, he was a basketball player. He was very well-rounded in basketball.
I did play basketball, but I was football.
And football, too. I didn't know anything about his boxing career until he became professional.
Yeah, I didn't never pursue boxing until I left college. So a lot of my friends, Buster Drayton, Earl the Pearl Hargrove, Kenny Reese, my brother, and they were boxing, and I decided to do that, and this is the results. So
I used to watch Timmy in some of his amateur fights, and I looked at him. I said, "Boy, he is above a lot of the other fighters. He's going to be a champ one day." But he was a smaller fighter. I thought maybe it'd be like a light heavyweight champion, maybe a cruiserweight champion. Never in my wildest dreams I thought he would be the heavyweight champion of the world and two-time heavyweight champion of the world.
I never thought that either. So that means both of us. I just got into something that to me was positive. I kept moving, and I'm still scratching my head right now. So. And I'm enjoy being here, getting interviewed, all my friends and supporters, so For all the young people out there, don't never give up because you never know where you're going to wind up.
Timmy,
Right here being interviewed by you, I never figured I would do that.
Timmy, how about this lineup we have here? Oliveras, Danny Lopez. Amazing lineup.
Yes.
Amazing lineup.
Yes, beautiful. All Danny Red Lopez. I used to see him fight. I was really fascinated over the way he fought. He had plenty of heart. He fought. I forgot who he fought. The Spanish brother. Salvador Sanchez. No, I don't remember Chacon, but Salvador Sanchez, right?
Right.
Oh man, those were some hell of a fights. Danny Red really gave us something to think about when he boxed. Yep.
And you gave us something to think about. A hometown boy that made good, becoming the best fighter 2 times, not one time, 2 times.
One of the best.
Oh no. Heavyweight champion of the world is the top banana. And that was you not once, but twice.
I think that was beautiful. You just don't give up. That's the thing that young people need to do. Older people need to emphasize the fact that you can be whoever you want to be. That's what the old saying is, if you don't give up. Long as it's not negative stuff, long as it's not shooting, long as it's not stabbing, long as it's not getting into fights, you will definitely come out in a positive direction. So that's what I did. And I had good people around me. I had people around me that steered me in the right direction, and this is the results.
It's funny, one time years ago, I don't think you remember, I interviewed you and saying, you know, Jack Dempsey fought and tried to get a rematch and didn't succeed and get the heavyweight title back. Joe Louis didn't get the heavyweight title back. A lot of champions, really good champions, tried to get the title back, didn't succeed, but you were able to do it.
Yeah, I guess that was the right timing and right place, and that's the way it turned out. But I understand what you said about retaining. That was really beautiful me to regain the title back again. I didn't know what in the outcome, how positive things would be. It was really positive, but financially it wasn't. And I'm just enjoying everything right now. You know, being 2-time heavyweight champ from Philly, I'm the real. I mean, this year Rocky Balboa in the movie was talking about. They said, and the 2-time heavyweight champ from Philly, Rocky Balboa. And in real life, I am. So.
And that was fictional, but you're the real deal.
Yeah, the real deal.
You're the real deal. You should have a statue up there.
Well, that's what everybody was pushing for. They talked about, and it would be nice. It would be nice for me to do that. Yeah, it would be really nice.
Well, you know what, champ? What one night's things you ought to try to do is maybe start your memoirs, maybe write a book, because you had a really great ride.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, everybody out there writing books, but you're a person that really should write a book.
Well, we did one, and it didn't work out right because of certain circumstances. But we're going to do another one. We're going to do another one, and it's just going to be positive. So we got to get ready to go to the party.
All right.
And so I got to gather some of the people that were together and make sure the ride is out front.
All right, real fast, Paige.
Okay.
For the young people out there, words of encouragement, real fast.
Oh, just never give up. You never know where you'll wind up. You might be president. You might be heavyweight champion of the world. You might be the home run hitter. You might be the best slam dunker. You might be the best soccer player. And really, it's not hard. You guys running around doing certain things. It's not hard if you stay focused. It'll just fall right into place. And I just got finished telling some young people. This is what you have to do. I just kept pushing, I kept working, and I came heavyweight champion of the world, and I'm still doing like this. How did I do that? So,
champ.
yeah, so you guys need to go ahead and do that. Thank you. Thank you very much.
For this interview. Enjoy the event.
No problem.
We're here interviewing 3-time, 4-time champion of the world, Iran Barkley. Iran, how are you enjoying this fantastic event and all your peers here? Ex-champions, and some from far back, like Danny Little Red Lopez and Roberto Duran, one of your old foes. How do you feel about being with them again?
Great. You know, I mean, anytime you get together with the guys and everybody's happy and smiling, great. You know what I'm saying? Just don't ring no bell.
Iran is not lost for words, but Iran has had a very successful run as middleweight champion, super middleweight champion, light heavyweight champion, and heavyweight champion of one of the divisions. You have had a very successful run. What do you accomplish for all the success you had in your career?
Well, I mean, like I say, I thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? He's the only one that can make me do it. But I gotta give my blessings and my thoughts to everybody, and I'm just taking where, you know, that I'm able to do that kind of thing, and he keep me here longer to continue. That's what I say.
He always his success is he sharpened his tools on me. He sharpened the blade on me.
And a few other ones out there.
Oh my God.
Iran, a lot of times you enter the ring and you weren't probably the best fighter of the two, but you always came out victorious. What do you acclaim to that?
Well, I claim, you know, the good hard work from my sister, the trainer, and she trained with me, and we boxed together and everything. And also I trained my other trainer, you know, Connie Bryant, and which was a good person that he trained all three of us, my sister, my nephew, and me. And I have great, fabulous times to see that my career was great.
Iran was a very good friend of the late, great Davey Moore. Davey Moore was a fantastic fighter. He fought many times here in Atlantic City, and who knows, he probably would have been in the Hall of Fame also. You have any words about the great Davey Moore?
Well, you know, Dave is Dave is a guy that, man, I had to work hard for that, but you know, me and him, you know, kept each other on the toes and our feet, and we both came from the Bronx, and like, you know, I'll never forget him, man. You know, he gave me
a fantastic fighter. I mean, for the young people out there who are coming up and starting and want to get into the fight game, what words of encouragement you can give them?
I say to them, man, stay focused, stay in the gym, listen to your trainer if you're good and everything, and just do your hard work, man. Put it in, hard work.
Iran Barkley, 4 times champion of the world and former heavyweight champion of the world. Thank you for having
having me.
Contender John Scully, who is also in his afterlife, is a commentary. John, how are you doing, and how are you following up commentary for the later on for the future?
I'm hoping to get an offer. You know, I used to work with ESPN for ESPN Classic, which you can still see on a weekly basis. ESPN News, I used to do shows. You know, I mean, I've had different offers over the years, but I'm just trying to wait till something really solid comes along. But I'm hopeful.
John is very knowledgeable of the fight game because he was a fighter. So who better to do interviews and do commentary than a fighter? And you were a very successful fighter.
I did all right. I fought for the World Championship in Germany against Henry Moski, and I fought Michael Nunn, who's actually here with us. And yeah, you know, I fought on TV a few times. I did all right. I had a good amateur career, and you know, I was in there. I was one of the guys.
What do you feel about the class of 2022, the Atlantic City Hall of Fame? The talent and the inductees that come today, amazing.
Right. Yeah. No, you know, Atlantic City Hall of Fame for me. And I said this several years ago, I think they're well on their way towards establishing themselves as a major event that people are going to want to come from all over the world. Just like Canastota. People want to go to Canastota from all over the world. I think Atlantic City is going to turn out to be that type of event.
Danny Little Red Lopez, Roberto Duran, Orlando Caravelis. I mean, some fantastic talent here. I was shocked.
You can't even name them all. I mean, you know, Roberto Duran is actually in the room next to me in the hotel. You know, I get off the elevator when I first get here, and there's Duran. so, you know, that's the kind of weekend it is, you know. But you got Iran, you got the Silk, you got, I mean, you can't even name Pinklon Thomas. I mean, Larry Holmes, Vinny Pazienza, everybody's here. You know, it's amazing.
And some of these talent has come from a far distance. Some from Mexico. Pinklon Thomas came down from Florida. Durant come from Panama.
Right.
I mean, like you said, this has really grown into an international event.
Right, oh, for sure. I mean, you got, look, when you got one of the greatest fighters, maybe the greatest living fighter right now, and one of the 10 greatest of all time, coming from Panama.
The best lightweight all time.
Oh, yeah. But he's coming in from Panama for this event. Well, that tells you something about what this event means.
And he's been here like 3 years in a row. I mean, he really likes it. He's not an inductee, but he's here.
Right, yeah. No, well, you know, you see the people give him a lot of love. I mean, it's different. I mean, look, he's in his 70s, and he's Durant. People see him, and they're just overwhelmed almost, you know. And today, with all respect to everybody, but he had the longest line of people by far, you know. So people recognize greatness.
Do you have any words for the young and up-and-coming boxers who want to follow in your footsteps and be successful and have a good run like you?
You know, any boxer, I would say this. The main focus is conditioning. You have to be in condition to be a boxer. You can get away with other sports not being in optimum condition. Baseball, basketball, football, right? You can take a break, you can sit on the bench, you can do this. In boxing, you have to be in supreme condition. People think, a lot of kids think because they're very skilled naturally that they don't have to train hard, and that's a terrible myth. You have to be in top condition. That's rule number one.
Last year, one of my friends interviewed you, and you're talking about Benavidez.
Wow.
Better buy it. Yeah.
He said, why Canelo don't fight him? Last couple years ago. And look at what happened right now. Tell me something about that thing.
Well, here's the thing, and people, real boxing people understand this. Canelo never mentions Artur Beterbiev name. He doesn't talk about him, right? When he moved up in weight, he fought two different guys to try and get the titles. And I don't blame him. It would be suicide. It would be crazy. It would be too much for the money they're probably offering to fight Artur Beterbiev. Artur Beterbiev is much bigger, much stronger, hits twice as hard as Canelo. And I don't, people say, he's going to duck Artur. He's not ducking him. Like just don't go up in weight. Keep in your weight class, because Artur's going to rule light heavyweight, I believe, for as long as he wants to.
This is Joe Estovel at the 2022 Boxing Hall of Fame event in Atlantic City. We have the proud privilege of being with probably the greatest lightweight in the history of boxing, Roberto Duran. 5-time champion of the world, Roberto Duran.
I want to try with English. He say hello to Atlantic City. I love you, buddy, people. I remember when we fight Iran Barkley. He went here, y thank you, everybody.
Español, ¿cómo te sientes hoy?
Me siento bien, contento, bien feliz porque estoy con unos grandes amigos, campeones que vamos a jugar 21 que nos invitaron y lo que ganemos es para nosotros.
Enjoy. Gracias.